there are some games that have that like cult classic following where you get those people where it's like they make their entire personality is that game that they've hyperfixated on.
Yeah.
The SpongeBob community is notorious for this because you get a combination of people who hyper obsess over the. Yeah, so is the Scooby community. But then you also get people who are just like they don't know how to social like they like in SpongeBob specifically. You get people whose entire personality is SpongeBob, like just the franchise, which is just a fate worse than death. But then like on top of that, like
sucks.
Fair enough. Do what you talk your shit, but. Where I was going with this is I had a bunch of first time chatters last night who just had zero social skills and were just like really well like there is one guy who was I think his tag was literally I'm gonna name drop.
That's crazy.
It was probably like Soul Reaver Azrael 420.
No.
My God.
His tag was literally like annoying Fred. That was his tag. I'm not even kidding.
Well, he lived up to the name.
And so you're telling me, I was
yeah,
going to
he
say,
lived up to the name.
He wasn't
and
lying.
he was
True,
like, he was dono walling me. I had somebody else come into my chat and he was like, damn, like 3,000 followers, but no viewers. And I'm like, that's, I mean, true.
Christ.
But I'm like, I don't give a shit about that. And then second of all, that's like really
It's really mean.
rude. It's
Hey,
really
just
rude.
Hey, man, you boot up Pumpkin Jack, he's going to have 20 on the head.
Yeah, but it's also just like, it's like, hi, nice to meet you. You know, it's like you could have introduced yourself or something like that. But no, you're just going to be like weird about it. And it's like, basically, I feel like a lot of people with this is, no, I can't do the hand wave because my auto tracker is going to go off. I'm literally not allowed to participate in this bit. This sucks.
This is very Truman Show right now.
Yeah, this fucking dog shit. But it's just like people. It's not people who are like, oh, I'm excited. Oh, somebody else knows this game. I'm excited to talk with you about it. It's like they're talking through you.
Yes.
It's like they're not talking with you. They're just talking.
Yeah.
Because they found a space where they won't get immediately shut up. And it was just like, the best way I found to deal with that is just to ignore them and eventually they get bored and just leave. Because, like, additionally, you can, like, if you're smart about it, you can also farm them for content.
That's what Cole does.
Which is also, that's what Cole does, yeah.
I'm too tired for that, honestly.
By the way, that wasn't a reference to Cole's YouTube channel. That's literally like his Twitch channel. Like anytime that guy streams Frights, everyone comes into his chat from the community.
Hey,
is that true?
Yes.
I guess.
Bro, if I stream Frights and Cole stream Frights at the same time, I will have 2 viewers. Cole will have like 10.
That's that YouTube
I'll
content.
have like 7 though.
That's the YouTube content creator buff for real. For
yeah,
real.
So then
No, it's because the Frights community hates
Sin
me.
and I, thank God that Sin Dark Fates and I came into your chat yesterday and saved you from those people. Then
Yeah, with the worst copy pasta I have ever seen in my goddamn life. Where you were like copy pastaing about like a Jorking It review or something like that. Where I was just like, what?
Dude, that was fresh from the oven, dude. That copy pasta was
That shit was burnt. That shit was crusty.
No, dude. Oh my God. Sin and I. Okay, so for anybody who doesn't know, Sin speedruns a lot of games, but we did Unmasked last week in a GDQ hotfix, and we were in a DM call. We were just trying to find some glitches in Scooby Unmasked, and
Nice.
I was streaming it, and my buddy, my friend, came into the call or into the stream, and he typed out this copy pasta, and he says, "Here's my feedback on your recent video. 9 out of 10 beating session, lasted a good while. Strokes 1 through 8, medium speed, felt excellent. Strokes 9 through 14, up to high speed. I had to speed up a little bit because it was getting a bit boring. Stroke 15 through 22, ultra speed, had me on the edge. Stroke 23, finished, cleaned up on aisle my pants." and Sid and I were like, "Oh my gosh, dude, Jax is streaming. What if we just go into his fucking chat and just
You see this copy pasta, and we were like, wait a minute. Let's go into the chat of the most asexual person I know.
Yeah,
So just like
you're the target.
You're wearing.
Oh, dude.
That just feels like a hate crime at this point. That's just fucked up. Like, really? Come on.
Oh, no, hate
dude.
crimes are kind of cool if you think about it.
All right, well,
I'll take your word for it. How about
let's move on. That really
So, Jax, I-
just an abrupt ending.
Honestly, Jax, I know exactly what you're talking about too, because Devil May Cry as a series is home to some of the most unfunny people on the internet. So like,
oh my god, that's such a good way of putting it. It's
yeah,
just like,
it's very strange too, like how they'll try and like relate to somebody in the weirdest fucking way. So I remember I was streaming my PS2 runs of Devil May Cry, and like during the third game, somebody came in and was like, "Hey, how are you?" And I was like, "Hey, welcome to stream," you know. And then the next thing that they post is like the entire chorus of the theme song for the game. And I just looked at their you could see this too in the YouTube video. And hashtag ad. And I say to them, yeah,
this guy's buying a lot of ads on our podcast. That's
true,
crazy.
yeah. I say to them like, yeah, those certainly are lyrics to the song. Like like what else am I supposed to say to you, dude? Like there's nothing for me to latch onto as a person to be like, you know, like, oh hey, glad to see you here. Like what am I gonna say? Like, nice lyrics, you didn't write them. Like I'm not gonna I have nothing else to say to you.
I
If
have
that's
nothing
it.
else to say.
There were people that like when this, so there was a meme of Virgil like having a plastic chair, and in Devil May Cry 5, when you fight him as a boss, he like turns around in the cutscene to face you or whatever, but he like gets up off of his chair to do it.
Oh, so he's got a cuck chair.
No, he's just sitting there, like he's not facing anybody. Like he's not, yeah, he's facing out somewhere, but it's like a throne of his own making. But the meme was that he had a plastic chair, so it's like it starts as an audio post of like plastic chair scraping along the ground, and then it turns into this whole thing where every time somebody would see a plastic chair in a Capcom game, they'd be like, "I see what you did there, Capcom," and it's like, no. You're fucking stupid and you're terminally online. This is not a reference to this random community meme.
Wait,
So,
didn't you talk about that on the
I thought you were
NTSC
gonna-
podcast?
Yeah,
I don't remember if I did or not. I don't think I did. I try not to talk about this meme as much as I can.
Oh, okay.
And
I thought
so-
you referenced it. I don't know. I
don't think
just,
so.
I scrubbed your podcast. I don't know.
So I say to them, like there were people that would come into my stream, especially when I was running a lot of Virgil, and they would like start DMing me on Discord after joining my Discord with like plastic chair memes or something, and being like, I love the plastic chair
Dude,
meme.
I hate that when you're like
And
a
I would
small
be like-
streamer and people like try to get
be
in
like-
your DMs and be like, "Hey, I want to be your friend," and I'm like, "I
Yeah.
don't know you."
Yeah,
It's
and I
just
just
like,
yeah.
and it's like
It's like, what, dude? Like, I mean, there are some people that like will DM me and legitimately be like nice, interesting people, or just like a viewer that's just like, yeah, like Nastani, exactly. I remember too, there was somebody that when I took a hiatus for like 3 months, they were like, "Hey, I've never DM'd you before, but I really want to let you know, like, your streams have meant a lot to me over the years. I hope you come back eventually, etc." And I was like,
And then he
All
threw up
right,
the stream
like-
that night.
turn off.
yeah. But no, it was like a legitimately like nice message from somebody that technically didn't know me. You know, they just kind of knew me through the screen, but they were legitimately just like, "Hey, you know, like, I do hope you come back. Really enjoyed your streams. You know, appreciate you, blah, blah, blah." And it was like, all right, cool. There's actually something for me here to talk about or say thank you for.
And he now
But if
streams
you're just
every
gonna
day.
like, if you're gonna just post like lyrics at me, or you're gonna post memes, or you're gonna post quotes from whatever game I'm playing in my chat, I have nothing to say to like a quote bot, dude.
Yeah.
Like all I have to say to a quote bot is, "Hey, what's the next quote?" Like that's it, dude. Like post your next thing. Yeah,
Next
just
message, please.
Yeah. Or as Ariana
Insert
Grande would
cash or
say,
select payment type.
"Thank
Yeah.
you, next."
That's a good
you
album.
know? Yeah.
But yeah,
True.
you know, it's really funny for me specifically when this happens to me, because it happens to me a lot in Frights where like someone
Oh, that'll do it.
fucking loves the Frights game and they come into my chat and they're like, blah, 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 blah. "Oh my god, this is so cool. Oh my god, do you like this part of the game? Oh my god, what about this thing?" And then I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's crazy.
I don't
You're like,
know
"I've never
anything
played
you're
this
talking
game."
about.
That's
They're referencing all
actually
this shit from
wild.
the game. I don't know anything about Frights.
What the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah, pretty
You
much.
haven't played it casually, right?
No,
You've ne-
I've
yeah,
never
you've
watched
never played
any
it
of the
casually,
cutscenes
yeah.
in the game.
Yeah.
Because you
That's
skipped
so.
them.
here's another thing too, right? Is that like I've been speedrunning Devil Kings, which is like a localization of a Chinese historical game. And so all of the characters have like their historical names replaced with just like monikers. And so when I post the videos on my YouTube, people like feel the need to just like be like, oh yeah, I like so-and-so character, and then put their historical name in parentheses or like explain something about it to me. And I'm like, dude,
I know the game.
I've never watched a single cutscene in this entire game. Like I've never played it casually. I've just speedrun it. Will I play it casually eventually? Yeah, probably. But like, come on, dog. Like,
yeah, dude, it's just so funny because I can just like see their soul leaving their body as they talk more with me and figure out that I know nothing about the game outside of the speed tech. Yeah. I know everything about the speed tech in the game. I can get you from everywhere in the game. But if you're talking about like the lore of Frights, you're talking about like references even to the show. I'm just like,
It is very interesting to sort of see like the duality of like somebody that just really enjoys playing a game and how it feels versus somebody that like has this sort of like fanatical attachment to it, right? I think that for one of the Crash games, the person that had world record in it for the longest time has never completed it casually. And I can just imagine that person like streaming and people just sitting down like to watch that stream and be like, oh, I had so much nostalgia about this game as a kid. I remember my mom buying it for me with my first PlayStation. And that person just being like,
cool.
No, I don't. I cannot relate to this like at all. I just like playing the game. Like, there's just such a disconnect. It's so funny to me.
Dude, it's my favorite thing to do. I literally just say, that's cool, man. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you really can do at that point, right? Is just be like, I'm really glad you like the game. I'm glad you're here. You know, thanks for watching.
Yeah, that's
that sort of thing.
Yeah. That's all you have to do.
What hurts? Well, now it hurts, but I actually kind of find it funny is like, I get like comments and stuff like their nostalgia's wrong and I want to point it out to them, but it's like I can't do it because I'll ruin their memories and stuff. Like I get comments on my Frights video where it's like, oh dude, I used to love playing this on the DS, and I'm like, what? No, you fucking didn't, because that shit did not come out on the DS. You are making up shit. Your memory is wrong. Your childhood
the opposite
is nothing.
End of the spectrum, bro. He corrects people in his chat. He's like, actually, motherfucker, that's not what Holly did.
Yeah, or they're like, dude, I remember like where you could play as like Velma. No, you don't. You
cannot do that. Yeah.
You see her in a cage, and she's like, oh my god, and that's it.
KGKT.
GKT, and then that's it. She just runs away.